Yes guys, welcome back to another video on the channel, and today this is my Champions League final prediction. Of course, tonight at Wembley in London, it is the Champions League final between Borussia Dortmund and Real Madrid. And yeah, it should be a fantastic game tonight. Obviously, Dortmund looking to win their first Champions League title since 1997. Real Madrid looking to win their 15th Champions League trophy. Or, well, obviously back in the day it was, European Cup and that. But anyway, make sure to smash the like button, subscribe, because I have a goal that by the 14th of June, which is the first game of the Euros, Germany versus Scotland, I want to be on 200 subscribers before kickoff in that game between Germany and Scotland. I think I'm on 187 last time I checked. So we are very, very close. Mate, it would be much appreciated if you can go around sharing the channel to your family and your friends, your aunties, whoever, your cousins, your great cousins, your nan, whoever it is. But yeah, make sure to smash the like, obviously, subscribe if you are new. And yeah, let's get into my prediction for tonight's Champions League final in Wembley, in London even. Alright then, so, I'm not just going to get straight into it because that'll be a bit boring. Obviously, we need to talk about how both teams have done overall in the Champions League this season. I'm just surprised that Dortmund are actually here. If you would have said to any Borussia Dortmund fan at the start of the season that they would be in the Champions League final, they would just be like, there's absolutely no chance. We can't get past teams like PSG. We can't get past Atletico. Dortmund have had a tough route to get to the final. They were put in the group of death with Newcastle, AC Milan and PSG. They've had to play PSG 4 times this season in the Champions League. Obviously, twice in the group stages. And obviously, they played PSG twice. Obviously, the first leg and second leg of the semi-finals. So that's why Dortmund are here tonight. And also, the games against Atleti and PSV is... PSV, you're probably thinking, oh, PSV, that's an easy game. PSV are a good team. PSV won their Eredivisie this season. They've got a couple of decent players. And, yeah, but just Dortmund have had a tough route to get to where they are. So you've got to give credit to them considering the teams that they've faced against this season. Real Madrid, you could say they've had a bit of a more easier route. Obviously, they had a bit of an easy group, let's be honest. They had Napoli, who just have fallen off massively, and they had Braga, who Real Madrid should be beating, and obviously they had Union Berlin, who has struggled overall in the Bundesliga this season. I'm sure Dortmund fans will back me up on that. Obviously, round the 16, they took on Leipzig. Yeah, Real Madrid should have won that, and they did. The quarter-final and semi-final there for Real Madrid were quite tough. Obviously, they played Man City in the quarters. They went through, which was big for them. That quarter-final against Man City, when Real Madrid went there, they were like, we could generally go and win this now. Bayern, I thought both games, I thought the game at the Allianz and the game at the Bernabeu, they were both tight. But obviously, Joselu to the rescue to send Real Madrid to Wembley tonight. But Dortmund, they are massive underdogs. Everybody is backing Real Madrid tonight. Everyone's saying Dortmund are going to get battered and that, and they're just going to get humbled. I don't think that at all, because Dortmund, they've waited about 27 years for their team to get their hands on the Champions League trophy. The last time they were in the final was 11 years ago at Wembley, where they lost to their biggest rivals, Bayern Munich, at Wembley. I think it was Arjen Robben who scored in the final minutes, and that was just pure heartbreak for Dortmund. But Dortmund will make it difficult for Real Madrid. Real Madrid, obviously, their attack is just ridiculous. You've got Vinicius Jr., Rodrigo, Bellingham, Joselu, Modric. Just Real Madrid's whole team in general is just stacked with talent, and it's just mad. But Dortmund, I saw a stat that they've actually got the 3rd best defence in the Champions League this season. I think Dortmund have only conceded 9 goals in the Champions League this season, which is not bad at all, where Real Madrid have conceded 15. So, defensively, Dortmund know how to cope. Because obviously, I mean, I remember watching the semi-final against PSG, and Mats Hummels, he had Mbappe in his pocket. Honestly, him and Schlotterbeck, which is absolutely brilliant. I mean, Jadon Sancho as well. I mean, ever since he's joined Dortmund, in the league and in the Champions League, he has just been absolutely brilliant. And I mean, in both games really against PSG, he was just brilliant. And I mean, defensively, I think Edin Terzic and the defence of Dortmund know that they've got to stop Vinicius Junior. They've got to stop Rodrigo and Bellingham and that. I mean, it'll be quite interesting to see how Dortmund approach this game. Are they going to park the bus, make it difficult for Real Madrid, let Real Madrid have a lot of the ball, or are they just going to play normally, or are they just going to play normally with play normal football and that, or maybe are they going to sit back and then when they get the ball, just do what Arsenal do sometimes, and just hit them quickly on the counter-attack. Because they can do that. Dortmund are capable of doing that. Because obviously they got the players, they can hit Madrid quickly on the counter-attack with players like Sancho, Adeyemi, Füllkrug. I mean, Adeyemi, brilliant player. I really like Karim Adeyemi. I mean, the times I've watched Dortmund this season in the Champions League, he has been absolutely brilliant. I mean, Nicholas Füllkrug, obviously, I mean, he signed from Werder Bremen, so considering he was at a mid-table team like a year ago in Werder Bremen to now being in the Champions League final, it's a big moment for him. But he needs to be on his A game tonight. I mean, not just the whole Borussia Dortmund team needs to be on their A game tonight because they're playing Real Madrid. Real Madrid know this environment. They know the pressure. Like, oh my God, yeah, they've won this competition 14 times for God's sake. They know what the pressure is like. I mean, Dortmund, I mean, it's been ages. It's been 11 years since they were last in the Champions League final. And obviously, that was at Wembley where they lost to Bayern Munich. Where they lost to Bayern. But Dortmund will give Real Madrid a good game. I don't think Madrid will wipe Dortmund apart. Not at all. Because, like I said, Dortmund, they've got a very solid defence. I mean, Kobel is very good. They've got two very good central centre-backs in Süle, Hummels, Schlotterbeck as well. Ian Matson's is good. You've got Julian Ryerson's good. They've got a very good defence. They've got a very good attack. Midfield's decent as well with Emre Can, Marcel Sabitzer. I mean, Real Madrid, I have heard actually that apparently Thibaut Courtois is starting in goal tonight. Now, I think that's the wrong decision because Andre Lunin, that guy who's been brilliant this season, I mean, he was the hero in that penalty shootout against Manchester City. Lunin, I mean, why Carlo Ancelotti is starting Courtois ahead of Lunin, I have no clue. Madrid, I mean, defensively they're a bit, but I think it's just their attack. It's just ridiculous. Vinny Jr., like I said already, Vinny Jr., Rodrigo, Bellingham and all that. I think that's where Real Madrid have got to hurt Dortmund going forward. Just get all the big boys forward. Vinicius Jr., Rodrigo, Bellingham, Joselu, Modric, Camavinga, potentially. Get Valverde up there as well. That's probably where Madrid can hurt Dortmund tonight, is going forward. But with the defence Dortmund have got, I reckon they should be fine against top players like Vinicius Jr. I mean, Julian Ryerson, this game is probably the biggest game of his life. He's playing up against Vinicius Jr. Very big battle for him. It's the same with Ian Matson. He's going to be up against Rodrigo. You got Schlotterbeck, whether it's Schlotterbeck and Hummels and Süle, Süle and Schlotterbeck, whoever it is going to be. They've got to try. They've got to try deal. Just Dortmund and overall at the back. They've just got to deal with that Madrid attack, and maybe a high line could work. They could catch players like Vinny Jr. on that offside, considering the pace that Vinicius Jr. has got. Rodrigo as well. But yeah, I mean, it's going to be a cracking game. Obviously, I mean, the last few finals have been 1-0. Obviously, last year's final between City and Inter, City won 1-0. The year before that, Liverpool, Real Madrid won 1-0. What was the one before that? PSG Bayern, that was 1-0 to Bayern. I think the last Champions League final that wasn't 1-0 was actually on this day 5 years ago. And it hates me to say it because it actually involved my club, Spurs. Because on this day, 5 years ago, we were in the Champions League final in Madrid. I was in London at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium watching the game, and Liverpool won 2-0. That's quite of a coincidence, actually. The last Champions League final that wasn't 1-0 was on this day 5 years ago. That is a bit of a coincidence. So, maybe could tonight's game not be 1-0? Who knows? But yeah, I mean, for me, I've said how I think Dortmund might come into it. For me, I just think Dortmund are going to park the bus, I'm not going to lie, because they know how good Real Madrid are. Real Madrid, though, I mean, are they going to underestimate Dortmund? Are they going to say, come on, lads, we're capable of being Dortmund now? Are they going to underestimate them? Or I mean, I don't know. I think the first 15, 20 minutes of the game is going to be very interesting to see how both teams start. Madrid, I mean, midfield-wise, I mean, you got Modric in midfield. I mean, I think Madrid will have a lot of the ball because they got top midfielders, Luka Modric, Toni Kroos. Obviously, it's his last game today. Also for Marco Reus, it's his last game today. So for one of Reus or Kroos, that journey is going to end on a high. And obviously, because they're both leaving. I mean, Toni Kroos is leaving after the Euros. Marco Reus, I don't think he got called up to the Germany squad. So one of Dortmund or Real Madrid will have a legend leaving on a high tonight. Obviously, it'll be Dortmund with Reus or Real Madrid with Toni Kroos. But yeah, I'm going to get into it now. Prediction time. It's going to be close. It's going to be very narrow. I don't think it's going to be a high-scoring game. It's going to be very, very narrow. Dortmund, I think they're going to park the bus. They're going to make it difficult for Real Madrid. I think Dortmund are going to go 1-0 up. Jadon Sancho is going to score. Dortmund are going to go 1-0 up. And then in the final, I'd say 20 minutes, Real Madrid will score from either, I'd say, one of Vinny Jr., Rodrigo, Joselu or Bellingham. One of them four will score. It will be 1-1. It will end 1-1. It will be extra time. It will stay at 1-1. It will stay at 1-1. And for me, it's going to go to penalties. And I reckon Gregor Kobel, he's going to be the hero. And Borussia Dortmund are going to win on penalties. You've heard it here first. Dortmund will win the Champions League. 1-1, Dortmund to win on pens. Kobel to be the hero. You've heard it here first. So yeah. Anyway guys, thank you for watching this video. And yeah, of course, this is actually the final ever Champions League predictions video, because obviously this, going into next season, this channel, it's just going to be loads of Spurs content, England content and stuff. But make sure to guys subscribe to my other channel which I've created, which is European Football All Time, where you'll get Champions League predictions, reactions, and that Europa League as well, Prem, La Liga, Serie A, whatever, international football as well. But yeah, thanks for watching, and put down in the comments what's your score prediction for the game tonight. I've said mine, now it's your turn. See ya. See you later. And by the way, there will be a full-time reaction, and there will be a matchday vlog as well. So yeah, stay tuned for that. But yeah, I'm just waffling now. Goodbye.